While we've had legislative inability to get to the finish line on a recreational cannabis bill in New Jersey, you have a governor that's still advocating, and most politicians also advocating, for a dramatic expansion of the medical marijuana program. If New Jersey is like every other state that has enabled medical cannabis to be available to people who find it therapeutic, we should have in excess of 250,000 patients. We're still not there yet, and that's after a fairly prolonged period of expansion of the medical marketplace.
The governor appropriately recognizes that there is a shortage of medical dispensaries. According to the statistics, we're adding approximately 2,000 patients per month, as well as the expansion of medical conditions to receive and obtain a medical prescription.
Before this governor's term started, you had under 30,000 patients to participate in the medical cannabis marketplace.
As the medical providers are coming into New Jersey to expand and develop practices, it is interesting that the regulations will decouple a lot of segments of the industry from grow, production to sell. So these new entrants into the business will be able to get licenses for their specific component of what they bring to the medical dispensary industry.
By decoupling the marketplace, it will lower the barrier to entry. That means that while you may not have access to a lot of capital, you can participate in what will be an expanded medical cannabis marketplace. It appears that licenses are not going to have a fixed number on the medical side. We're already seeing in a relatively recent occurrence within the medical marketplace in New Jersey, large consolidation happening with the existing licensees. Now here we barely have 12 active licensees participating in New Jersey in the medical marijuana program, and yet you see out-of-state consolidation, meaning that large public companies are seeing this opportunity and are quoting pretty high prices. The number of licenses obviously affects the attractiveness of an acquisition through and a consolidation.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the state in these initial waves of applications, even if they're up to 100, they're going to want to see competitors coming in and not really give the franchise away, even though there's not going to be a limitation to the number of licenses, at least as we see the legislation currently. But they're not going to want initially to see several players dominate the entire market.
You're always going to have multiple brands, multiple outlets within New Jersey, and it's not going to be a one supply chain in New Jersey unless something very dramatic happens on the federal level, which we don't see a signal to right now. I think the early on consolidation efforts that are happening now are merely because they're looking for footprint and they're looking for early on players.
As the market matures, as is all markets, there's always going to be a certain amount of consolidation that will occur.
And the Department of Health is going to look at this. They're going to have to approve any of these consolidations, and they're writing the rules as they go. This is not something that they've got a playbook for already. So as they confront each of these requests to consolidate existing businesses, they're going to be developing sort of a jurisprudence within their own analysis to determine whether is consolidation going to benefit the New Jersey consumer? Is it going to increase supply? Is it going to lower price? All of the basic essential goals of the medical marijuana program have to be found to be benefited, frankly, by a consolidation. And I think some of them will and some of them won't. We, I think, offer the expertise to be able to chart the Department of Health approval process, which is going to be part of that process, as well as the corporate formation and corporate tax aspects of those transactions. All will be highly sophisticated and leveraged transactions. And I think that's what we can offer the out-of-state players as they start to consolidate and acquire these interests in the New Jersey marketplace. Medical clients who are interested in either the research and development opportunities that are going to emerge with cannabis, but also the opportunities to grow and develop their practice in pain management, for instance, where physicians will now direct their patients to perhaps consider using cannabis as a replacement for opioids. We're fielding calls and interest in these areas within New Jersey all the time.
Because of our expertise and experience in dealing with Trenton and the regulatory agencies, we believe we're positioned to assist those applicants and business owners to wind their way through the regulatory process in Trenton.
As we began to put together our team here of partners in this respective disciplines that support this industry, we were very excited to see the support we had firm-wide to move in this direction.